Welcome to linford.co.uk. We're looking at iTunes and making podcasts, and this episode is about creating a new podcast episode. The first thing you need to have ready is a file that you want to upload, either an audio file, a video file, or a PDF document, and you will need your XML document at hand for you to edit it. So the first thing we need to do is to get into FTP software so we can look at our web server. And on your web server you'll have all the files and folders for your website, and I have a folder where I keep all the videos that I'm running for podcasts. So what we need to do is to copy our new video into the correct location, so we just drag it over and drop it on that, and it just comes up here that it's going to copy it over. It's a video file, so it's going to take a couple of minutes to do that, so we will go away from that for the time being and look at the XML file so that we can change the data on that. So this is our XML file for the podcast. So it's got how to create a podcast in iTunes, and we're going to create a new episode for it. So what we do is we go down to the item, which is the actual episode in the XML, and it tells us here that this is the first webcast that we've made for this. So I want to copy all the XML code here down to the end of the item. So just go to edit and copy, and then I can go to the end of the file where the item closes, just before the close of the channel. I can add a new line, and I just paste in a new episode. Now this is exactly the same episode as episode 1, so I need to make all the changes on what it is. So under here I will write, this is the third webcast. This is just a note to me to let me know what the episode is as I'm doing it. I need to give it a new title, so the title is going to be upload to iTunes, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of description. So I just call it easily upload your podcast to iTunes. Now here I've got the file, the link to it, which tells the XML where to pick up the actual file from. So here is the old video. So what I need to do is just replace that name with the new one. So I just click on the file, highlight the whole word, copy it, and then I go to here and then just paste it in. So the advantage of doing this is I don't need to change anything here, because it's just going into the same folder as all the rest. So I need to do that in 3 places. So I need to do that here as well, and it's still a video file, so I don't need to change that extension, and we just do it at that place as well. So that's all the links that we need, so it picks up the right file at that time. We then say when are we doing it, so we're going to have it on June the 11th, or let's have it on June the 14th, and it's 11 o'clock now to do that, and then I'm going to give it a subtitle. So again I'm just going to call it upload to iTunes, and then a summary for it. So I'm just going to have exactly the same as the description. There, and then we scroll down, and this video is 4 minutes and 32 seconds long. I've got my keywords. The only thing I want to add to it is the word upload, and the author details stay the same, and the explicit content items stay the same, and then that's it. That's close the item. So now we've created all the code to make a new episode. We just need to make sure we save that before we do anything else, and then we can close that document off. And now we need to send that to the web server as well. So if we go back into our FTP software, you can see the file there is now finished uploading. tells us that it is completed. And now what we need to do is to just change our file, the XML file. So I have that in an XML, the iTunes folder. So this is the old XML file. So all I need to do then is to drag this file across, drop it over, and it will then replace one file with another. So it's just telling me the file already exists with that name. Do I want to overwrite it? Yes, I do. And then that goes through very quickly. And then all we need to do then is to have a look on iTunes, and this is the podcast for it, and you can see that the actual new podcast or the new episode hasn't appeared yet. That's because it takes a couple of hours for iTunes to recognize that there's been a new episode. So if we come back in a little time, we should see the new episode appear in there. So I've waited a couple of hours and I've come back to iTunes now to see what's happened. So what I need to do is now click on my podcast, and up it comes, and you can see that the new podcast has been loaded. So very simple to add a new episode to your podcast. This is linford.co.uk. You can find us on YouTube and on iTunes, and see you for the next episode.